Hey there, Josh here, founder of HR University and certified HR professional. And today we'll be talking about the role of a director of people. Oftentimes this role is confused with the VP of HR or Chief Human Resources Officer. So in this video, we'll be talking a bit more about the roles and responsibilities to give you a better understanding of what a director of people does within a company. Aside from that, we'll also go through the qualifications and requirements to become a director of people so you are better informed in case you're considering this career path for yourself. But before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that bell icon so that way you can always get notifications whenever we post high quality instructional HR content from HR University. Now let's go ahead and jump in. We always say that your employees are your greatest assets. But more often than not, employers fail to walk the talk, so employees end up feeling unappreciated and disengaged. That's why, given the rapidly changing business operations, it's important to have a team or a department dedicated to ensure that people are put first. People operations, led by the director of people, focuses on the culture of the organization, which involves the continuous improvement of employee engagement, development, and retention. Putting it simply, their role focuses on creating a work environment that makes people feel happy and proud to work at the organization. The director of people's responsibilities include managing employee experience, driving and maintaining positive culture, and maximizing employee contribution to the company. Now let's go ahead and dive deeper into each function. First is managing employee experience. This is done by employee journey mapping, which aims to identify the moments that matter in an employee's journey in the organization, from interviewing to the first day and onboarding up to the exit interview, and even the moments in between, such as performance reviews, team events, and company restructurings. These are all part of the journey mapping, and the director of people's role is to make sure that the employee's experience throughout the journey is continually improved, as it's believed that the employee experience directly has an effect on the organization's overall success. To boost that overall employee experience, there should be regular communication. This helps promote an inclusive and supportive work environment. But ultimately, you can't build trust if there's no consistency across the entire employee experience. Part of managing employee experience is also taking into consideration employee morale and satisfaction. According to research, lack of recognition is a primary source of dissatisfaction at work, which in turn contributes to higher turnover rate. And that's why it's also the responsibility of the director of people to create and implement a reward system and recognition culture to make employees feel appreciated. Whether it's in the form of a formal reward system or something as simple as email sent to the whole organization, recognizing the employee's work is super important and will help them feel more appreciated and more engaged with the work that they do. And second key responsibility is driving and maintaining a positive culture. The director of people should be the champion of company culture and values. If the present culture is not linked with the company's vision and objectives, they have the potential to establish a more ethical and varied organizational culture and manage cultural transformation. These values should be clear enough and openly communicated to build trust among the employees. A huge part of building trust is through communication, as mentioned earlier. But aside from that, trust is built when the organization practices transparency. That's why information on company culture, salaries, and benefits are made available through public databases like Glassdoor. It's crucial to build trust at the very early stages of an employee's life cycle by communicating clearly and regularly. Another strategy to increase employee trust is to collect and act on feedback. Check in with employees to see how they're doing and how they feel about the company through surveys and in-person chats. After you've gathered and analyzed this feedback, it's critical to present potential modifications and improvements to employees and solicit their input once more. This fosters an inclusive culture in which employees are engaged throughout the process. Employee engagement is also important in maintaining a positive culture, aside from employee recognition, which I've talked about earlier. The director of people should engage employees by identifying the pain points of employees, understanding what they need and want from the workplace. From there, they can act to improve employee experience. The last key role is about maximizing an employee's value or contribution to the company. It's a director of people's responsibility to ensure that all employees are aware of their primary role within the organization. It's their responsibility to design work in a way that increases employee engagement and motivates them to stay and enhance their abilities. And ultimately, this can lead to increased revenue and company growth. To ensure that an employee's value is maximized, the company also has to invest in the employee's learning and development. The director of people is responsible for spearheading skills training, career pathing, and leadership development. Continuous learning helps in the development of a cohesive and collaborative culture in which all employees feel competent and respected, and in turn helps the organization become successful. Now you can see how important it is to have a director of people at your organization. The director of people plays a crucial role because your focus would be on people, which is the company's greatest asset. When employees are happy and appreciated at work, they become motivated, productive, and consistent with their performance at work. And when you start taking care of your people, you will develop a great company culture, which in turn will reflect on your reputation as an organization, and this will help you gain a competitive advantage in the industry. So now, moving on to the requirements and qualifications for the director of people, you should hold a bachelor's degree in human resources and have a minimum of 10 years of HR experience in the following. We have performance management, employee relations, employee engagement, diversity and inclusion, policy and procedure development, and HR compliance. A master's degree or further studies is of course preferred by a lot of employers. Aside from this, the director of people candidate also must have a thorough understanding of HR policies and procedures and knowledge of both federal and state regulations, including FLSA, FMLA, COBRA, ADA, HIPAA, and EEO laws and regulations. And there we have it. I hope through this video, you're able to get a better grasp and understanding of the director of people's job and functions within an organization and why they're important. If you like this video, make sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. In this way, you can keep up to date with all the great HR content from HR University. And I'll see you in some of our following videos. Cheers.